Hello, folks, and welcome back to twitch.tv/games with Nick. We are continuing today our playthrough of Versh's Last Reward. So it's been a little bit in real life. So let's take a look at the flowchart to see where we are. So we've explored the rightmost branch as much as we can. We sort of stuck on knowing who planted the bomb, and how to find more antiviral medication because we have two people infected with Radical 6 and we only have one vial of vaccine. And then we sort of went down the leftmost area. We realized that I believe Alice died, and we just figured out that Luna, who was supposed to be our partner in the upcoming escape room, has just died as well. This was the third time I touched a body that felt cold skin. I thought it might get easier, but it only gotten worse. I didn't think I'd ever get used to it, but I didn't want to. My hands began to shake, and I tried to steady them as I pressed a pair of fingers to her neck, to check for a pulse. Nothing, of course. Luna was dead. Her eyes were flat and empty, the pupils dilated in what could have been terror. It felt surreal. Like I might blink, and then she would sit up again. She would smile and blush and look away nervously, and everything would be alright. I blinked. She lay there, still, dead, and pale.
And I trust him.
Grief cracked open like an egg, and rage clambered out, hot and angry and screaming. It clawed at the inside of my chest and pounded at the back of my eyes. I squeezed them shut and ground my teeth. My hands balled into fists so tight they hurt. I took a deep breath and opened my eyes again. Another breath. I stood up and realized Kay was talking.
I believe she was poisoned. See here. This device is some sort of syringe.
I think it's called an injection gun. You can just put whatever you want in one of those vials and then pull the trigger. It's kind of like the needles in these bracelets.
The drug they used is the same as well. The label on the vial says tubocurarine.
The muscle relaxant.
Yes. Since it's empty, I can only assume Luna was injected with it. You see the mark on her neck?
That's a pretty clear mark. I gotta say, that's a pretty shitty injector if it leaves a mark like that every time you need an injection. Jesus.
I believe it is safe to assume that is where her attacker injected the drug. Perhaps they chose the neck for the carotid artery.
Then your guess is probably correct. Luna was injected with tubocurarine, and it killed her.
What about the others?
Should I go get them?
No, never mind. I want to get your story first.
What do you mean?
When you left us, you and Luna went off together, right?
Yes.
But when we talked to Leo downstairs, he said he'd only seen you, not Luna. Why is that?
Luna and I split up as soon as we got to floor B. We determined it would be more efficient. Two of us working separately could cover more ground in less time.
Alright, so why were you late?
What?
You didn't show up till 20 minutes past the time we were supposed to meet. Sigma's asking you what you were doing.
I was resuscitating.
Resuscitating?
Let me explain how I found her. I had gone to the warehouse 5 minutes before our meeting time. You had yet to show up, as had Luna. I believe I was standing between the yellow and cyan doors. Some minutes later, I heard something. It came from behind the cyan door and sounded like a woman's scream. Well, it was actually quite faint. It was several doors away, after all, and as such, I couldn't quite make out what was being said, or even if I had heard it at all. It seemed entirely possible that I had imagined it. I heard no other sounds for a few minutes following the scream. Eventually, the silence made me uncomfortable. Perhaps something had happened. So, I made my way to the crew quarters. As I entered the hallway, I noticed that the door to room 2 was slightly ajar. That was when I first suspected something was amiss. You can imagine the rest, I'm sure. I ran into the room and found Luna on the floor.
So you're saying you spent a good 20 minutes trying to resuscitate her?
Yes. I deduced that she had been injected with tubocurarine. Her heart had stopped, so I attempted CPR. To the best of my abilities, at least. With this mask, I was obviously unable to provide artificial respiration.
Why didn't you tell us?
Because I had no reason to believe you would be in the warehouse. If you weren't, I would have wasted precious time. I chose instead to begin resuscitation immediately. As you know, even a short time without oxygen can cause serious brain damage. I felt time was of the essence. But
Hey, how much time passed between when you heard the scream and when you came in here and found her?
I'm afraid I can't say exactly. But I would hazard a guess that it was around 3 minutes.
Did you see the killer?
No, I did not.
Then they had 3 minutes to escape.
That would have been plenty of time. When you leave this room, immediately to your left is a door that connects to the hallway. I assume they left that way.
Is there any chance they hid in this room somewhere?
No, I examined the room thoroughly before I left to find you. May I say something?
Yeah, sure.
I'm not sure if this has anything to do with Luna, but there was something I wanted to point out. Look at Alice. Do you notice anything?
The weapon.
It's gone!
Indeed, the wound suggests a knife, but I doubt we'll know now.
Then, did the killer take it?
How would I know?
Maybe they took it before Luna was murdered.
Why are you asking me?
They had it, why not use it to kill Luna?
Yeah, that would make sense.
What?
Sigma, if you were going to kill someone, which of these two methods would you use?
I wouldn't kill anyone.
This is hypothetical,
I would choose the injection gun.
right? Most people would choose that. The more you can divorce yourself from the actual killing, the easier it is to kill someone. There's a big difference between stabbing someone and injecting them with poison.
So you're saying they took the knife before they killed her?
No. I don't know either way. They could have taken it afterwards. There's no way for us to know.
Could they have done that in 3 minutes before Kay got here?
It's not impossible. 3 minutes is longer than you think. Anyway, what I was trying to say is that I don't know when they took the knife or whatever it was. We came here to get Alice's bracelet, and then there was probably about a 30-minute window. Anyone could have taken it. They might not even have been the same person who killed Luna. Or it could be. There really isn't any way to know. And if we don't know, we really shouldn't try and draw conclusions. That could color our reasoning, and that's not good.
Okay, so let's stop talking about it then.
Conclusions without any evidence are useless, so just forget any conclusions you might have come up with. Save that brain space for something more useful. Well, I think that about covers it. We clear?
Yeah.
Good. Anyway, we should tell the others.
About Luna, you...
Yeah.
We should go to the white doors then. Dio should still be there. Hopefully Tenmyoji and Clover will be there as well.
Yeah, good point. Once it's time to open that door, I'm sure they'll show up. Kay nodded and picked up Luna's bracelet.
Please, take this with you.
He held it out to me. I stared down at the bracelet. It felt wrong to just take it. Like we were just using and abandoning her.
Is something the matter? You and Phi are the magenta pair. Without the green solo bracelet, you won't be able to open the secondary door.
I know. It's just...
Then,
He pressed the bracelet gently into my hand.
if you don't wish Luna's death to be meaningless, then you must survive. Or do you intend to die without catching her killer?
Right. Yes. I sighed and closed my hand around the cold metal.
Good. Shall we go?
Wait. Shit.
Did something happen?
No. Well, not yet. We might be looking at a worst-case scenario.
Excuse me?
God, what the hell is wrong with me? How did I miss this? I'm sorry. This is my fault. It's just... there was so much going on I wasn't thinking.
What is it, goddammit? What did you miss?
Quark!
Pork? Uh-oh. Oh! Oh shit! Temuji's a red solo. Clover's a cyan pair. Mark's the other cyan pair. If he's not with them, they can't get through the secondary door.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh dear. This is bad. And if they haven't gotten in by the time the primary door shuts, they'll be penalized. If we haven't found Quark by then.
Time! How much time do we have left? Well, fuck. Oh no.
Let's just go to the warehouse on floor B. Perhaps Quark has already been found.
I sure hope so. Let's move. I said this before, I wish we could skip these particular segments of us moving around the compound. Like, just... We've been there a bunch of times. Just port me to the warehouse. Without showing me the elevator opening and closing and opening and closing. And me moving down the corridor. And opening the door. And opening another door. Like, that was a complete waste of 30 to 45 seconds of my time. I think, just to double check.
Chromatic doors have opened.
Which way? No. 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 Okay, this is a flowchart. I think this is the first time. Yeah, it's the first time we're at the open white doors.
5 minutes remain until chromatic doors close.
You're late. The fuck were you thinking? You trying to kill me?
What about Quark?
What?
Did they find Quark?
How the fuck would I know? I've been here. Look, forget about him. Where's Alice's bracelet? Which one of you has it?
What about Temuji and Clover? Have they come back yet?
Look around, asshole. What do you think? Hey, pay attention. The bracelet. Do you have Alice's bracelet? Hand it over.
I pulled it out of her pocket. The face still shone with blue light. This had been Alice's bracelet. Pai's eyes never left Dio's as she carefully handed the bracelet to Kay.
Good. Let's go. Hey, what is this? What, you don't like this door? Fine, we can take a different one. As long as we're in the right group, it shouldn't matter which door we take.
That's not the issue.
Then please tell me, what the fuck is the issue?
Being a human being. 3 of us still haven't arrived. If we leave them behind...
Oh, come on! Now you're gonna grow a heart? If you stay here, you're gonna kill me!
But...
3 minutes remain until chromatic doors close.
Alright, fine. I'll be honest, the truth is, I've got a kid. A baby. I was told that if I didn't win this game, my kid's as good as dead.
That's...
You have to trust me. I swear, it's God's honest truth.
Says the guy who's betrayed everyone he's come into contact with so far. Yeah, sure.
Zero told me to keep it under wraps, but I figure I don't have a lot of choice right now. I'll tell you more once we get inside. Please.
It's a lie. Don't listen to him. I wanted to scream. Dio was obviously lying, but it looked like Kay was buying it. But he had to go in. I couldn't try and stop him. If I did, they'd both die.
You have to believe me, Kay. Please. If you won't do it for me, do it for my kid. If I lose, it's all over. Please.
Kay turned to look at me and Pi. We both nodded silently back.
I understand. Let's go.
Really?
Yes. I have one condition, however.
A condition?
Yes. But it's not for you, Dio. Sigma, I want you and Phi to go into one of the doors as well. Dio and I cannot be the only survivors. I would have the 2 of you join us. That is my condition.
Damn it. Couldn't couldn't make this easy, could you?
What do you say? The decision is yours.
No, I can't do that. You're asking me to leave 3 people to die.
Use your fucking head for once. You're gonna get us killed. Is that what you want?
I can't just leave them behind!
Me either. I agree with Sigma. We can't just ditch them. I'm staying.
5.
Bunch of fucking idiots.
1 minute remains until chromatic doors close.
I see. I suspected that would be your answer. You leave me with no choice then. My apologies.
Karate chop! Karate chop!
You have my sympathy. I wish there was another way.
Why?
Do you actually believe Dio?
No, of course not. I only wished to save you. If I had not forced the issue, neither of you would have budged. Such is your character.
Kay, what are you doing?
I confess I am not entirely sure. I will think about it during the 10 seconds that remain. Goodbye.
Kay turned and left, quickly disappearing outside of our door. Finally on her floor moaning, curled around our aching stomachs.
2, 1, 0. Chromatic doors closing.
Not quite able to walk yet, Fire and I crawled out of the secondary door. The punch Kay had given me had been incredibly powerful, and my arms and legs still felt numb and tingly. Can you stand?
Yeah. Can we just sit here for a moment, though? My body's gonna be fine, but I think I need a little time to get my feelings sorted out.
I nodded and we sat there in silence. No matter what I did, I couldn't get their faces out of my head. Meog, Clover, Quark. I hope they were alright somehow, but I wasn't sure how much time had passed before Five finally stood up.
We should go.
And that was it. She turned and headed for the end of the hallway, feet dragging as if she were carrying something heavy. It was a moment or two before I followed. Security. Did you see the plaque on the door?
Yeah, it said security. The footage from the surveillance cameras might run through here.
Does anyone be able to see what's going on in the rest of the facility?
I'm not sure. Right now, all the screens are dark. Even if we could activate them, I doubt Zero is just gonna let us watch whatever we want.
Yeah, I'm worried about them. We don't know what happened to Kay and Dio either.
Yeah. Well, let's see what we can do here.
Seek a way out. Alright. Yeah, it's been a minute. I need to remember how to play this game. Wheelchair. Main monitoring station, all of our screens are dark. We need to power them up. There's a green chair. Blank screen. There's a red chair. A machine of some kind, no idea what it does. Binders with unintelligible stuff. Colored stairs. Red, violet, light blue. Ooh. So we have green, yellow, and red. which means it's the last step, the second top step, and the third top step. Okay. What's on this far side? Oh, that to me looks like a lion eating a sun. Is this a lion? What's it got in its mouth? Some kind of button. Looks like you can push it. A sun? Alright. That counts. That's fine. We have 5 lions. I forgot that I should actually do this with the mouse. We have 5 lions eating the sun. Let me just redo this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 4 more. Okay, the light turned off. Bunch of shells that are all lit up. Red in the middle, green on the outside. This is the opposite. Hourglass with red sands with the number 4. 4 seconds. Yellow sand for 11 seconds. Ooh. Okay, this is not that helpful. There are letters on the front underneath the line. I guess I might need to look at them while I do things. Let me pop this back out. A sofa. Oh, power. Excuse me. 9 switches. Let's flip them all, see what we get. Security cameras. Can't see anyone on them. Can I do anything about these shells? No. Oh, maybe I should actually... Aha! Okay. That's okay. Now we got this. So the green is a DGB. Can I just type it? No. ADGB. Alright. So before I activate that icon, let's see, there are 2 SG, DQ, and Y on the yellow. SG, DQ, and Y. Check. And there's an hourglass icon. And finally, the red is TMJY UVGJ. TMJY UVGJ. TMJY UVGJ. TMJY UVGJ. TMJY UVGJ. TMJY UVGJ. TMJY Shade. Alright. Okay, so on this side, we want the middle to be green and the outside to be red. These to be green. I can only hit 4 things? Jesus. Maybe I'm supposed to do the opposite? The outside red, the middle green. Okay, the outside should be red, the middle should be green. What if I do this, and this, and this, and that? There we go. Okay. What do we get? Will be me. Okay. So this must be the opposite, so the middle should be red. And the hexagons should be green. Okay, still 4 hits. Okay. There we go. This one was easier for some reason. Okay. Let's look at the new icon. I was you. Okay. Now let's solve the middle puzzle. So we know that the red is 4. And we know that the yellow is 11. So if I do... So the amount that's in that is 7. So the blue is 7. How do I figure out? So if I do 4 and I do 4 again, something is left, so it should be 9. Can I get 9 easily from 4, 7, and 11? No, I'm gonna guess it's 9. Then that's 11. Now it's time for the pink. Let's see, I'm gonna guess 14. Was that enough? No, I think there was something left. So let's try 15. Yep, 15. Alright. Okay. Okay, let's see what's up above me. So, oh. I was, you will be me, so it's the upper triangle. Oh, okay. Okay. Oh, I guess I need to go activate this thing. Yeah. So I was, you will be me. Okay, this is the green password. Now, if I go back here and activate the other three, she knows everything. Which gives us the good password. So it's Moonstar Sun. Go and enter that. Moon, star, sun. Okay. Secret. The golem is an anthropomorphic creature from Jewish folklore. Golems are made from clay and will obey any orders given to them by their creators without question, although they tend to take instructions very literally. The golem is created by performing a holy ritual, then kneading the clay into the shape of a person, chanting a spell, and writing the Hebrew word emet, truth, on the golem's forehead. Raising the E changes the word to met, which is Hebrew for death. Doing this deactivates the golem. One of the golems found in a known rigging facility. He is discovered lying on the maintenance table in the Golem Bay. His route ID is GTM-CM-GOLM. He has to be referred to the last bit, which of course is Golem. Much to his surprise, this ended up being pronounced like Golem anyway. On a side note, GTM-CM-GOLM stands for Golem-type male, Cockney model, number Golem. Chinese Room. The Chinese Room is a thought experiment developed by American philosopher John Searle to contest some of the ideas about artificial intelligence. The experiment itself is explained in more depth in the game, but the general idea behind it is to pose the question, do intelligent responses indicate actual understanding? Searle contests that a computer can be programmed to respond intelligently to conversation with humans, so much so that it would seem that it could be human itself, but that it would not necessarily, or perhaps could not, actually understand what it was saying. Of course, this raises the question, how can we know that human minds are not, in essence, Chinese rooms? Can we really say that we understand the things we say, or are we just simulating understanding? Turing test. The Turing test is designed to gauge a computer's ability to exhibit intelligent behavior, first developed by British mathematician Alan Turing. This has 3 participants, a human judge, a human subject, and a machine. The judge engages in a conversation with the human and the machine, and if the judge cannot determine who is the machine and who is the human, the machine is considered to have passed the Turing test. When Phi mentions that perhaps she and her companions have been captured to perform tests, she is referring to the Turing test. Supplementary AVI rules, we already read these. Golem, an acronym for General Purpose Autonomous Labor Electronic Machine. Golems are robots developed and sold by an American corporation called Hephaestus Systems. Some of the units in this facility, however, have had their software significantly enhanced by Zero Senior. A portion of them has also been given ABT created by Zero Senior. Incidentally, ABT is short for Artificial Biological Tissue. Golem story to point. The gist of Golem's somewhat rambling explanation is that the center of thought doesn't necessarily have to reside in the body. In the case of Golem, the self clearly resided in the mainframe and operated the body remotely. Since a self-aware robot could exist this way, he theorized, what would prevent humans from doing the same? If humans are actually being controlled by an outside force, then there is actually any such thing as free will? These were actually the things from the Golden Bay, of course. Okay, there we go. Floor B graffiti. Memento Mori if the ninth line ate the sun. It appears to have been written in some sort of weird paint. Memento Mori is a Latin phrase that translates roughly to remember death/mortality. Ninth refers to ninth, but seems to have been spelled wrong, likely on purpose. Why? Perhaps it's an anagram, like the words on the wall in the floor A warehouse. If it is, what does this one mean? Hourglass. The hourglass displayed in the background is actually a 4-second timer. It doesn't have much practical use except maybe for really impatient people. If you are at a restaurant waiting for your food to come out, for instance, hey, how long are you gonna make me wait? I've already flipped this hourglass 100 times. Technically, 100 times will only be 400 seconds, which is 6 minutes and 40 seconds, but saying 100 times is much more dramatic, and therefore much more likely to get a desirable response from the staff. Gentle points. These are a measure of how much a gentleman you are. Somewhere deep in the United Kingdom is an organization that tracks all gentlemen, determining their caliber based off an ancient and Byzantine collections of rules and guidelines. Every year during the spring, a representative of this organization conducts a cursory investigation of each member's behavior, or at least appears to, and then awards gentle points based on what they saw. The following formula is used. Old ladies escorted across the street, cross top hats home, times puzzle solves, time money given to gentleman tracking organization equal total gentle points. Knife. A small survival knife. It has Myrmidon stamped on the flat of the blade. Blade length 150mm, blade base width 30mm, base thickness 3mm. There's blood on it, but whose blood? Floor B hallway locks. Several of the hallways on floor B use special locks indicated on the map by arrows. On the far side of each area is a lever. Pulling these levels will unlock the locks. Once this has been done, you can explore the entire area at your leisure. Principle of causality. The law of cause and effect, specifically that a cause must precede every effect. At the quantum level, however, things aren't quite as immutable. The principle of quantum superposition holds that any physical system, such as an electron, exists at least partially in all of its theoretical states or configurations, but when measured gives a result corresponding to only one of them. A classic example of this is the double slit experiment, where light appears to behave as both a wave and a particle. One of the interesting implications of this is that, in a sense, we are influencing the past. By observing a system, you are defining the cause of an effect you witness, and in a way altering the past. Normally, I would comment here that the quantum level is where shit gets real, but given the nature of this phenomenon, it seems like it would be more accurate to say that the quantum level is where shit gets unreal. Knox's 10 Commandments. Ronald Knox, a mystery writer from the UK, published the following as his rules for writing a mystery novel. The criminal must be mentioned early on. All supernatural or preternatural agencies are ruled out. No more than one secret room or passage. No hitherto undiscovered poisons may be used, nor any appliance which will need a long scientific explanation. No one with extrasensory perception or similar powers can appear. No accident must ever help the detective, nor must he ever have an unaccountable intuition which proves to be right. The detective must not commit the crime. The detective must declare any clues he may discover. The stupid friend of the detective, Watson, must conceal nothing from the reader. Twin brothers and doubles generally must not appear unannounced. Okay, let's look at the other security, which is Moon Star. Let's see what we get. It open. It contains just 2 start keys and the exit key. Right, and the exit is here. Okay. We did it. And we've got an achievement for escaping from a bunch of rooms.
Wait. I just realized something.
What's that?
When we were looking at the security footage earlier, we were just looking for live feeds. We were trying to figure out where the others are, what they were up to, if they were alive, and so on. But we totally forgot that security systems like this can do more than show you live footage. Are you following me?
Yeah, you're talking about stuff that's been recorded, right? Footage of the past. If they store that, we might be able to see it.
Yeah. I don't know how much luck we'll have, but it's worth a shot.
Definitely. What do we do?
Leave that to me.
You know how to use this thing?
Well, it was designed so that a human could operate it. That means there's a logic to how it's set up. A computer computes, a calculator calculates, and an automobile mobiles. Everything's designed to do something, and once you know what, you can start guessing how. Once you start to figure out how to get it to do things, it's just a question of playing with it until it does the things you want it to. See?
Monitoring video data. Looks like this is it. Good work.
Knock it off. Makes it sound like you're better than me or something.
I was complimenting you, but okay. Oh, well. Wait! What the heck is this? Everything says no data.
Let's check the log. Damn it. This isn't good. Looks like all the video data was removed before we got here.
By Zero?
That would be my guess. All it says here is administrator.
Damn. Well, that's a little frustrating. That footage could have told us a lot.
Yeah. It might have given us what we need to figure out who the killer is, too. The camera in room 2 in the crew quarters would have recorded what happened to Alice and Luna. Same for the old woman in the warehouse. And if there was a recording of us being carried into the AB rooms, we could have even figured out who Zero Senior is.
Hey,
Wanna
what's
open
this? Yeah.
It says Gollum's status.
There should be system logs of those robots. I told you about them in the pantry, remember?
Yeah. You mean the room full of robots on the other side of the green door?
Yeah.
Here we go.
Shoot. Well, that's not much better. Everything's here been erased too.
Looks like it.
I guess there isn't anything we can. Wait a second.
What is it?
There's a scroll bar. We're scrolling. I knew it! That golem we met is still functional.
What do you mean? I thought you told me Gollum, or whatever his name was, started spitting smoke and keeled over.
Yeah, but he said that his, what passes for a golem's brain, I guess, was in the main computer. Only his body was disabled, his brain is probably still functioning. Can we see his logs?
Already on it. Here you are.
Then, try the one that says cash. These file names just seem like random characters. Whatever. Just pick one apart and open it, I guess.
Sure. This is...
Yeah, that's what I thought. This is probably from right after Kate decked us. We'll be dust into that wide door on the left in a minute. Just watch. See?
interesting. This is the footage the Golem pulled from the main server. The original data was deleted, but it looks like the stuff he pulled is still here.
Exactly.
So, if we go back through these files...
Yeah. You might be able to figure out who the killer is. Maybe even who Zero Senior is.
Nice. Great work, Sigma.
Come on, I told you I don't mean you kissing my ass. Besides, it's not like I really did anything. We started going through the rest of the files. The security footage showed Kay and Neo clearly passing through the wide door on the far right.
Good. Looks like they're both fine.
That just leaves Tenyoji, Clover, and Quark. I opened my mouth to contain it, then it happened. My vision suddenly blurred, and shaking my head did nothing to clear it. I staggered, my balance gone. What? Why is she talking like that? Jesus. Sounds like someone's playing a tape of her voice all sped up. What is going on here? Can't understand what she's saying. And why is she moving so fast? It's like watching a video and fast forward. What the hell is... Wait, could it be me? Maybe my brain is slowing down somehow. So it just looks like everything is speeding up. I still couldn't make out what she was saying, so I just nodded weakly. My eyes drifted shut as I tried to sort out what was happening to me. I woke up several minutes later. When I opened my eyes, the first thing I saw was the ceiling of the security office. I sat up slowly, rubbing tenderly in my head. Pi, who had been sitting in front of one of the monitors, stood up and walked over as soon as she heard me move.
You okay?
Her voice sounded normal again, and she wasn't moving strangely either. Whatever had been happening seemed to have stopped. I let out a quiet sigh of relief. Yeah, I'm fine. Don't worry about me.
You sure? That's good.
Yeah.
You really looked like you'd lost it for a minute there.
Well, I seem to have found it again. This is the security office. Maybe they've got it lost and found.
Your sanity's pretty easy to miss. I'm surprised anyone found it, let alone turned it in. Well, looks like I don't have anything to worry about.
Yeah, I think I must just be getting tired. I'm not surprised it didn't catch up to me sooner.
I hope that's all it is. You haven't caught a disease or something, have you?
For just a moment, I thought of Radical 6. I really thought of Radical 6. Very intensely about Radical 6. But I didn't want to worry Fi if I didn't have it. Better to stay quiet about it. That is like such a horror movie guy who hides the bites kind of bullshit.
Well, you're looking a lot better, so I can stop worrying, right?
What are you, my mom?
Fine. No more check-ins. Anyway, I figured something out while you were resting. Come have a look at this.
What is it?
Footage from room 2 in the crew quarters. The room where we found Alice and Luna. I dug it out of Gollum's cache.
When was this recorded?
You'll see in a minute.
Up there on the right, it looks like some sort of time code.
Can you figure it out?
No, it's just a bunch of numbers. I can make heads or tails of it.
Yeah. The central server seems to be using its own time system. Files appear to be named based on that system. They might as well be random to you and me, which made it pretty hard to find this gem.
Huh? Oh, it's Kay.
Yeah.
It looks at his bracelet here. Probably checking how much time is left.
I'll just pause that and magnify it.
Enhance! 21 minutes. So that means this footage is from 21 minutes before the primary doors open, right?
Exactly.
And that would have been the white doors in this case, right?
Yes. After Kay leaves this room, it's about 2 minutes before he comes back with you and me.
There were 20 minutes on the clock when we met up with him, right? So that means we're seeing Kay here 1 minute before he saw us.
Right.
That means this is right after he tried to resuscitate Luna.
Yeah, if you believe him. The footage here doesn't show any of that.
Are there any other angles?
I looked around, but I couldn't find one. The only stuff left is shot from this position. Even so, I think we've gotten our hands on something important.
You mean this is a record of what happened right around the time of Luna's death, right?
Exactly. Are you ready?
Yeah.
Okay, let's keep going. I'll move back to the start of this file so we can see it in chronological order. Let's say this is 0 hours, 0 minutes. After all, it's not like we know what time it actually is.
Right.
So, this is the start of our footage.
There's no one here.
Yeah, about a minute goes by before anyone shows up.
Wait, how do you know it's been a minute?
This.
Oh, that's the hourglass we used earlier.
Yeah, if I play it back at normal speed, I can measure time using this hourglass. Then I just add the time from the hourglass, and that's how far in we are.
Man, with a 4 seconds hourglass, that's a lot. Oh, someone's coming in. Luna! Is that Clover behind her?
Yeah, this is 0 hours 1 minute. Right now you and I are talking to Dio in the Floor B warehouse. With the time frame we've established, calculating what we're doing is pretty easy.
What's going on? Are they fighting? No, it's not really a fight. It looks like Clover's just going off on Luna. Luna's just staying silent and listening to her.
Yeah,
Can we hear them? Is there any audio track?
wanna listen to it?
What the hell is this?
Don't know. The audio data must have been transcoded into something else.
Well, we won't be able to understand anything in that.
Seen enough? I'm going to fast forward a little bit. Clover's interrogation goes on for a while, but it's all pretty much the same thing. Now, at 0 hours 10 minutes, things suddenly change. Here.
Hey, you're gone. As I watched, Clover move steadily closer to Luna, who backed away almost as if she were frightened. Clover continued her advance until she disappeared below the bottom edge of the screen. Is there another... Ah, no, you said this was it.
Yeah, this is the only one that I found. Shouldn't be too hard to guess what happened after you've seen the next part, though.
Clover left. She looked like she was kind of panicking.
Yeah, this is about 1 minute and 40 seconds after they both left the frame. So 0 hours 11 minutes 40 seconds.
Only Clover left. Luna's still in the room. That means...
Hold on. Wait until you've seen the whole thing before you start deducing. At 0 hours 12 minutes, another person comes in, just missing her.
Dio. He's disappeared too. Down below the bottom of the frame. What's he up to?
I don't know, but I'm pretty sure that whatever it was, he doesn't want us to know about it.
Why?
Remember what he said when you asked him about Quark?
How the fuck would I know? I've been here.
You're saying he was lying. He wasn't in the Floor B warehouse the whole time. He went to the crew quarters after we left him.
Yeah. So what would have been important enough for him to lie about it? We should consider that it might have been something bad.
Whatever it was, it happened during this time?
Yeah, I think so.
Alright, now he's left. And it looks like he left in a hurry.
Maybe he heard a noise. The cyan door opening? Now, 10 seconds after Dio leaves, a fourth person shows up. That brings us to 0 hours, 13 minutes, 10 seconds.
It's Kay. Ah! When he heard Kay open the cyan door, he panicked. Whatever he was up to, he didn't want Kay to catch him at it.
And then Kay disappears too.
Yeah, below the bottom of the frame, just like the others.
If Kay was telling the truth, this is where he begins to try and resuscitate Luna. Anyway, nothing happens for the next 16 minutes. It's just this. So I'll fast forward, alright?
Sure.
Alright, should be around here. One sec. Okay, you should see something you recognize in a minute here.
There's Kay coming from the bottom of the frame. And he's checking the time on his bracelet. So we've come full circle, huh?
Yeah. We're back to 21 minutes before the primary doors open. For our arbitrary time code, that's 0 hours and 29 minutes. 1 minute later, at 0 hours 30 minutes, Kay heads to the Floor A warehouse.
Once he gets there, he's tells us about Luna's death.
That's all the footage I wanted to show you. I've looked at it carefully, and I think it has something to tell us.
You mean who killed Luna, right?
Well, I can't say for sure. This footage makes for pretty shaky evidence, but it does suggest a very likely culprit. Who do you think it is?
Run over the footage in my head. Clover and Luna enter the room. They fight. They move out of frame. She runs away. Theo comes in, then leaves in a rush. Then Kay comes in. Then he looks at his watch. The person who killed Luna is Clover.
What makes you think so? Luna could still have been alive after Clover left the room. Dio and Kay both went into the room after Clover. Either of them could have killed Luna too.
So my reasoning is that what Dio did. So Luna would have had to be KO. So Luna only had one injection. So one person injected her. It's possible that Clover hit Luna on the head and then Dio pulled an injection gun out of nowhere and shot Luna, but I think it's more likely that Clover accidentally hit Luna with the injection gun and panicked, whereas Dio went in to grab the knife from Alice's body. The footage alone isn't enough to tell us who the killer is. But if we take one other thing into account, then the case against Clover gets a lot stronger.
And what is that element?
Dio's behavior at the white doors. Kay wanted us to enter the white doors. I told him I wouldn't leave 3 people to die. You remember what Dio said?
Use your fucking head for once. You're gonna get us killed.
He obviously knew that only you and I would be going through the door. You get it?
Yeah. He knew we had Luna's bracelet, which means he also knew Luna was dead. Is that what you're getting at?
Exactly. If he didn't know she was dead, he would never have said that. That when Kay suggested we go through the doors, he would have brought it up. That's impossible. How are they supposed to get through without Luna? But he didn't even mention her. Like he didn't expect her to be there. Why would he do that? I can only think of 2 reasons. One, that when Dio entered that room, Luna was already dead. Or 2, he killed Luna himself. The second one doesn't seem likely, though. If Dio had killed Luna, he probably would have made a point to hide that. I'm guessing he probably would have never asked where she was. Where's Luna? Sigma 5 won't be able to get through the white doors without her. He seems like the kind of guy who'd go out of his way to feign ignorance of a crime he committed. In this case, though, he said nothing. That doesn't clear him, of course. But it does make it a lot less likely that he was the killer. If he wasn't the killer, then we're left with only one other option.
When Dio entered the room, Luna was already dead.
Yeah, that's how I see it.
Interesting. That's pretty much what I thought too, and it does seem like Clover had a motive.
You mean what Alice noticed?
Yes. The movement of the AB rooms convinced Alice that Luna had killed the old woman. Once Clover realized that, she probably started to think that Luna had killed Alice to keep her from telling anyone else the truth. She probably led Luna to the crew quarters to confront her. Maybe she hoped seeing Alice's corpse would cause Luna to confess. Maybe she knew something we don't. But Clover didn't get what she wanted. Luna didn't confess. Then, during her interrogation, something happened. It's hard to say what. Luna might have said something that set Clover off, or maybe she admitted to a crime she didn't commit just to get Clover to stop. Whatever it was, something happened that drove Clover to murder.
Murder, you say? Why did Clover get the injection gun?
I would guess after she went through the yellow door, she would have been exploring the infirmary with Alice and Kay. That seems the most likely place to find it. Anyway, this is all just a theory, right? We don't have any proof, so keep it quiet, okay?
Yeah, I know. Oh, there was one last thing. Was there any other footage that showed anything?
No, nothing to tell us where Clover, Tenmyoji, and Quark went, and nothing about the old woman or Alice's murders either.
So Zero Senior's identity.
Still unknown.
Okay, well, let's go find Clover. Guess we're not going to know the truth unless we get it straight from the horse's mouth.
I wonder if Clover's even alive.
She is. She has to be.
I sure hope so.
Alright, back out. And you know, we're now on the other side of the chromatic door. We went through that whole section. I think this might be a good stop to break out the episode again, end it, to post it on YouTube. I've been doing 1 hour episodes for this particular game, and I think I like to keep the pattern going, just to keep my audience something, you know, too consistent to expect. Though of course we need to wait until we can actually save. Alright. Thank you for watching. You can find me at twitch.tv/gameswithnick and youtube.com/gameswithnick. Feel free to like, subscribe, follow, hit the bell, all that stuff if you're interested in my content. Check out YouTube for some exclusive content that is mostly me playing old games and getting retro achievements on them. I will see you next time.